We're gonna talk about contracts, because let's be honest, us as photographers, we love going on shoots, we love taking the photos, editing, all that, but we hate the paperwork, we hate the business side of it. But contracts are important. The reason you need contracts is because people are involved, and whether they're gonna try to sue you, whether they're gonna badmouth you, whatever it is. And when it comes to contracts and your photography business, all of that, you need them because you have a reputation you need to uphold and not get badmouthed, and you need to be able to show that, hey, like, you agreed to this. So this is on you, not on me. So scenario number one happened to me last night. It's just a small local downtown. I took a nice drone photo of the sunset over it, and the city uses the photo on their website. I had a bunch of photos of the downtown. They asked if they could use it. If they paid me a fee, absolutely go ahead. I didn't charge them too much because it's a small local town. Let them have some cool photos, because a lot of small towns don't get cool photos, and that's honestly a good place to start your business, is local small governments. But what ended up happening was a local business decided, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go and try to find the city skyline and show it off. And they did, and they went to the government website and downloaded that image. Normally, I do not care, because most of the local businesses around here, they ask if they could use an image on their Facebook or use it as their cover, things like that. Use it for their business cards, whatever it might be. And I'm A-okay with that. I don't even charge them for that half the time, because it's a small local downtown and I get to be a part of helping revitalize it a little bit by making it look decent and making visitors want to come to it. So I kind of have this, I'm a part of helping the city grow. But when you go on Google and find an image of downtown and you take that image and then you post it, and you don't even think about trying to find out who the photographer was or anything like that. You just decide, I'm gonna take this image and post it and not say anything. That's when I have a problem, because you're stealing my images. You're taking them and posting them as maybe your own. Did they say it was their own? No, absolutely not. They didn't do anything like that. But you're not crediting me, you're not doing anything. And let's be honest, crediting me on a photo isn't a big deal, because it's not paying me, it's not doing anything for me. You're just saying, oh, look, we tagged you in it. Well, cool, but like, you stole my image. So are you gonna pay me? Most of the time, I don't care. If a local little shop downtown wants to use my image, by all means, like, just message me and ask about it, right? If you wanna use it on your business card, or you wanna share it on your Facebook, use it as your cover photo, whatever it might be. But when you take my image and you post it and you don't give me credit for it, you're just like, oh, look at this beautiful skyline, wouldn't you wanna come live in this town? It's like, hold up. You're trying to get revenue off of something I created, something I took with my drone that costs money, something that I did with my own time that costs money, and images that I've sold or other people have had to pay for, but you think you can use it for free. That's where it's a problem for me. So I was just scrolling through social media and I saw this weird cropped image, and I saw the colors to it, and not that my colors or photos are anything special, but I saw it and was like, I know that image. So I looked at it and I was like, that looks like something I've taken in the past. You know, sometimes your brain's just like, I think I know that. So I looked at my business media company account and I was like, there's the image. And they had just cropped it, like killed the image basically. So I screenshotted their image, then I screenshotted mine and compared them like side by side. And I sent it to my friend Neil Lopez, who I've talked about before on the channel, and I'll link his channel below. He looked at it and was like, hold up, yeah dude, that's your image. And that's messed up. They should not be doing that, or they should be compensating you. I was like, I'm gonna give it till tomorrow morning to let it work out. So post about it on Instagram. So one, people are aware of, you know, what happens out there, what businesses do. And that way, if a business sees it, they know not to like steal your photos, right? They can ask if they can share it. They can go to your profile and share it from there. That's fine. But taking it, posting it, and acting like it's your own, that's not right. So I posted on my story, and I've had about 7 different people message me saying like, hey, this is messed up, invoice them. So by this morning, there was like 3 or 4 people that I'm friends with who just went on there and were like, hey, you should tag the photographer in this. Adam does a great job. You should tag him, like he does excellent work. Why is he not tagged in this? You guys need to do the right thing. So now they took down the image, and I was gonna give them time to take it down, or I was gonna message them and say, hey, like, I'm glad you're sharing my image. Could you please take it down? I will send you the non-cropped version. Here will be the fee if you guys want to use it on your social media page. Something along those lines. Very, very polite. Send them a contract over for it, so that way they know they can use it whenever they want. The issue is I don't have a contract with the city. So could somebody from the city just share those images to some of the local businesses and say, here, use this. We use this on our website. You can use it too. But here's the thing. When I bill stuff, I bill it very specific, because what I learned working as a government contractor is the government wants to see everything broken down. Instead of it being one lump sum, it's like, okay, so you paid for this, you paid for this, you paid for this. So that's how I do my invoices. So on my invoice, it says $150 for website use. Now, if they go and share those and say, oh yeah, well, we bought the photos, it's like, well, you bought them to use it on your website. Even though I don't have a contract, I could go to them and tell them that. Now, will that cover me? No, because there's no contract in place. So you're kind of sitting there just hoping that they're true to their word. Now, do I think that's gonna happen? Absolutely not. But that's a scenario that could happen because I don't have a contract in place. Whose fault's that? That's mine. So that one happened about 8 months ago. And that's what really made me realize contracts, you need these for everything. The thing that happened with the city and me not signing the contract, that was way before this. And that's my fault, but it just happened that somebody posted that last night and it got me thinking more about it. But the next one that really taught me about a lesson of why you need contracts. So anyway, I ended up doing a photo shoot for this guy. The photos look great and everybody agreed that they look great. He wanted a refund because they had gotten shared without his permission because I asked his friend to look at them and he got upset about that. And I don't feel like dealing with it. I don't feel like having to deal with it, anything like that. And I was like, look, dude, I'll just give you a refund. Let's get over it and be on your way. I'm not gonna get into a whole debacle about this because I don't feel like dealing with it because it's $250. I know $250 can be a lot for certain things. And to some people, $250 is a lot of money, because it is. But when you're not doing this full time, I'd rather just give you your money back and you get out of my life and me not have to deal with you. So that's what I did. But this whole thing could have been avoided if I would have had a contract. No matter who it is, even if it's a family member, get yourself a contract, because let's be real, contracts are what's gonna help you from something like this, because they have something to read. They have something in their hand that says, oh yeah, he's allowed to do this. He's allowed to use this for marketing purposes. He's allowed to use this for this purpose or that purpose. Now, that's where you come to, where do you get contracts? My favorite is to use Pixieset because you can have your website on there. This is not an advertisement for them and I'm not sponsored by them yet, but you can go on there and use that to build your website and they have contracts built into there and you can make it for yourself and have release clauses. Just be aware that when you're doing something like, let's be honest, you should have contracts in place because contracts are what's gonna save you a lot of headache. Get a contract, get it in place. And also make sure your contract is gonna have things in there like refund policy, reschedule policy, things like that. So that way the client is aware of what all those things are. Maybe you need to give them a refund. Maybe you need to reschedule it, whatever it might be. Maybe something happened with the images, your SD card, something like that. And you're just like, look, it didn't work out because my SD card malfunctioned, something like that. But at least you'll be covered with that contract. Versus if you don't have it, then it becomes a huge liability. Just get a contract quick so that way you can save a headache and stress and anxiety later on.